Hey everyone, welcome to this week's edition of Nose Rides and Nose Dives. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name's Adam, and this channel is all about me sharing some of the nuggets of information that I am experiencing as I am working on improving my skills as a longboarder. This week we are talking about the cutback and how important it is to stay in the critical part of the wave. This week's episode is actually inspired by last week's episode, Feel versus Real. So if you haven't seen that, be sure to go back and check that out. Because what I learned from watching last week's video, I was actually missing out on a ton of surf because I wasn't cutting back. So I witnessed, as you can see here, I was losing waves because I wasn't aware of what was going on behind me. I went entirely on feel, and with my beginner and intermediate lack of understanding, I thought the waves just died out. When in reality, I was too far ahead of it, and the wave was dying out because I wasn't cutting back. I wasn't aware of what was going on behind me, and so I missed out on a beautiful wave and a lot of more surf in that wave that I could have just really tapped into. So this week, I've become dedicated to looking over my shoulder and figuring out what's going on behind me, because I've realized now that if I'm not cutting back and finding the critical part of the wave, I'm losing out on a lot of great surf. So here we are, surfing the second wave of the day, and it's a beauty. I'm in the perfect position, but I'm curious. Dedicated. Here we go. First time looking over my shoulder. What's going on behind me? I'm a little bit too far ahead. There we go. Digging my heels in, getting the rail, the trail rail into the wave as I'm turning my upper body to pull the board around. And then we're going back down the line again. Great. My first cutback on this wave. Okay, this is my dedication. I got to keep looking over my shoulder. Yep. It's getting a bit too far ahead again. Let's go back and pick up the critical part of the wave. Yes! Nailed it. Beautiful. Beautiful cutback. And we're back going down the line. This wave's amazing. And wow. I'm so pleased with myself. But don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves here. But just look at me. I'm ecstatic right now. You can't see it, but what I'm feeling here, this wave, the energy of the wave is so great. Being in the critical part of the wave, instead of letting it just die out, being way too far in front. But right here, I should have been up on top of the wave and doing a floater. But you know what? Who cares? I'm ecstatic. We'll settle for a wipeout this time. And wow, that was amazing. Look at me. Look at me. I'm so proud of myself. But yeah. So this next wave here, it's a bit of a battle to get ahead of the white water, but to find the green wave again, there it is, and we're back in the critical spot of the wave. But looking over my shoulder is the goal for today, and I did that successfully. Went back to pick up the wave, but it did die out this time. Oh well. So on a bit of a side note here, how often do you actually talk with the other surfers in the water? I mean, this guy here, I never knew who he was until I just asked him. You know, I said the waves conditions are great today. Turns out he spoke with an accent. He's a Canadian, a fellow Canuck living in Denmark. And what a great guy. I mean, that's so bizarre to actually, I figured I was the best Canadian surfer in Denmark. Probably the only one. Turns out I wasn't, and I'm definitely not the best. So maybe I'm going to have to settle for a top 10 now, but either way, wow, what an amazing experience today. Out there doing my cutbacks and making new friends and fellow countrymen. Bizarre. Alright, so to recap today is the cutback. It is about being aware of what's going on behind you and just, you know, looking where you need to be going. So you're turning your upper body in the direction you want to be turning to cut back, but at the same time having your weight on your trail foot, so you're almost pivoting and the nose of the board is out of the water, and really digging the rail into the wave, so it's actually helping you to turn and carve around in that direction you want to be going. So I hope you guys are enjoying these vlogs. If you're enjoying them, please be sure to hit subscribe if you haven't done so already, and hit notifications. No, you gotta hit it a lot harder than that. Come on, guys, hit it harder. And yeah, if you check out this vlog here next, this is the one from last week I was talking about, feel versus real. And a lot of great insights in there as well. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys have an awesome, epic week, and we'll see you all next week. You.